Hello everyone, this is Dr. Shefaly again from NUS Nursing. I'm a nurse and midwife by profession and currently Associate Professor at NUS Nursing. Very warm welcome to this channel back, and like I said earlier, we are here for each other to support each other, and before you can trust me and know me more, I thought it's good for me to a little bit provide an introduction on who I am, how I started my nursing journey. I'm an unconventional nurse. I started as a mid-career switch into nursing. I was in teaching before, and once I started, it was almost at the period of SARS when I started my career switch to nursing, and there's no looking back till today. So how I ended up specialization in midwifery, again, it was not a straightforward way. I was not fortunate enough like many other colleagues or maybe some of you who already knew that this is a specialization I want. I was confused. So all I knew was that I want to serve others because my reason of coming to nursing was I have seen my grandmother in-law who had a terminal cancer, suffering with cancer at the terminal stage. At that time, palliative care was not a buzzword, but she was taken care very well by the nurses especially. I saw her, how she was getting comforted by the nurses and how then she will give blessings to them. Then I thought to myself, wow, what a profession where you not only serve others, you get salary for that, but most importantly, you get tons of blessings from others. So that was one of the main reason, and I know it may sound like a cliche, but that was the truth for me to join nursing, and I call it's a calling for me. I ended up in a pediatric ward. I had a great fun there, and my early months were beautiful only until I witnessed a pediatric death, and that's when I realized that this is not the place for me because I think it took a toll on me. I was feeling very difficult. I was dragging to work, and it really emotionally, it really disturbed me. And then I was then shifted to A&E. Of course, I requested for that, and I thought, okay, I found my heaven, a typical type A personality person like me enjoying in A&E. And then, by the way, if there are people from overseas who are watching this channel, A&E means accident and emergency. But again, it was fun. I was, using all my nursing knowledge and had great set of colleagues to work with. However, one thing I felt personally which was missing for me was the interactions with my patients, because the pace was so fast. Our patients were so sick that I had no time to actually communicate with them. And that's when I realized that probably I need to find another place where I'm able to feel myself and at the same time give my best to the patients under my care. And that's when I was transferred to medical surgical nursing, and I thought, okay, finally I have found my heaven, and I was having a great time. Patient care was excellent. There was a period which has given me most confidence in my nursing journey because I did bladder washout or take care of oncology patients. I went through giving them chemotherapy and all that. It was fantastic. Only until I think about after 1 year plus, I was asked by the management that they are looking for parent craft nursing colleagues in ops and gynae unit, and I was actually asked and transferred there just for a short period of time because there was some manpower crunch. And I remember shifting there in August, and in Singapore, August is a very crucial period, especially because our major ethnic population is Chinese, and August is a month. It's called Ghost Month. Yeah, so generally people, if they can, they don't really give birth during that period. Why I'm sharing this is because I imagine the fast-paced medical surgical ward to the OG unit when I go, and happened to be a paying class unit where I was transferred to. The pace was very slow, so I felt, no, I don't think so. I can work here long. But I think, and I remember, the people who tend to be busy, they're always busy. I remember finding solace in cleaning, babies' bottles. At that time, formula milk we were giving to the babies and all that. So I just found home there, even though the pace was slow. But I found a lot of time then to spend with my patients, especially new moms, new parents, helping them, especially breastfeeding issues, newborn babies, how to put them into to sleep, and helping parents to have some sort of a rest during especially night shifts. So I had a great time, but then I was supposed to be there just for a few months, and then I remember it was, I think I didn't realize it was about 2 years. I was walking around the corridor and I met my management, and one of the nursing administrator asked me, so how you're doing in that ward? I was like, yeah, that's fun, thank you. And then she said, you're supposed to go back. And I was like, oh really? I don't remember. And then she said, it's almost 2 years now, so since you like this place, why don't you go for specialization in midwifery? And I was like, yeah. So after doing midwifery, I spent in OG unit in different parts, like from delivery suite to the clinics to the postnatal wards. I had a great time. We did some fantastic quality improvement projects, and that's where I had my first taste with research success. What happened was, what I was seeing when I was a newly minted midwife, I saw that we were doing nasopharyngeal suctioning of the baby after normal vaginal delivery on a routine basis. But during my course of study, we studied that it should not be done routinely. And I remembered when I saw something different from what I learned, I questioned that. And that's what inquisitive nurses are all about, right? So I spoke to my manager, and she said, okay, if that's the case, why don't you do some project here? And so I come up with some of my colleagues. We started doing some research first to start with, what is the literature says. And I must say that research is not for everybody, and that's perfectly okay. So we started with a team of 5, and then I remember after a few months, it was only me. But I was having a good time. So we did our evidence search, and we actually managed to publish it in Joanna Brigg Institute, our first systematic review. And it was not just publication, but also based on that, our routine nasopharyngeal suctioning of newborn was actually stopped in this clinical unit. So we saved a lot of money, because you see something you are doing routinely, and now it's only when it is required. So that was my first success with research. It's called evidence-based practice, not the way we are doing. Yeah. So like normally we hear from our colleagues, historically we are doing this way, so we normally continue to do this way. But when you question and do a little bit of a hard work, you can actually see the results instantly. And that's when I realized that actually a lot more we can do, especially we nurses. And then I decided to do a PhD, and of course there was a lot of motivation from the colleagues around. And one of the person I must mention here is Prof. Jong Yap Singh, who is our dean now here at NUS Medicine. He was very encouraging, and he said seldom he sees nurses who are interested in research. So he was one of the key factors, and of course I have met many role models along the way, and I joined NUS Nursing to do my PhD. So of course my PhD project was all about supporting new parents, and that was a project, and I think I should do a video about my PhD and my research separately, but for today I'm just sharing with you my nursing journey. And then after completing my PhD, I decided to go back to Nanyang Polytechnic, my alma mater, to go and give back, because that's where I did my diploma and advanced diploma. And after working there about 2 years, I had a fantastic period of teaching, learning from students and my colleagues. Beautiful group of students and colleagues, management I met there. I had no push factor to leave Nanyang for any reasons except for research, because NUS, I was given an opportunity to join and then start my own research program. And that was the reason I joined NUS Nursing, and here I am today. So I started as an assistant professor. Today I'm an associate professor with tenure, and I'm enjoying every bit of my life, and all my day it revolves around doing research, teaching students, facilitating my master's and PhD students' journey, and serving others. So basically, I had a purpose in my life to serve others, and it doesn't mean serving others is direct patient care only. I'm serving patients indirectly now through my students, through my research participants, by making educational programs, evaluating them, and eventually then they are then translated in the clinical practice. So by reason of sharing this whole thing, the whole journey I have shared with you, is that I'm a very unconventional nurse who started as a teacher but ended up now in academia, number one, who didn't know the specialization she wanted to do, but she continued, went with the flow, didn't resist much. I had my ups and downs. I have shared with you, like pediatric posting, how it took a toll on me emotionally. But I continued. Every day was a learning experiences. I seek help. I knock at the doors. Some were kept closed, some opened. So that's how the life is all about, right? I think more important thing, if I can share, no advice here, just my sharing my own personal experiences, is that I think all we need to do is doing our best every day, and remember our purpose, why we have started, seek help as and when we need. That has been the, I would say, guiding mantra for me all this while, and I'm sure all of you probably, or if you're still searching, just a little bit of a soul searching, you will know that what is your purpose and why you have started or you're considering to start nursing. Once you have found that, even though whatever storms come, whatever obstacles come, whatever things come in your life, always remember true and remain true to your purpose and keep going. So that's the only message I wanted to share through my journey. So it's a long journey. If I go by years, I think almost 20 years, but it is all worth it. I hope there's some lessons being taken here. I've spoken quite a fair bit. Let me just summarize a little bit on what this whole sharing was all about. The sharing was all about my personal journey to know each one of you, to understand that, we don't have to be perfect to start. All we need to do is to take first step, which I did. Secondly, listen to the hunches, your intuitions. For example, I felt when my grandmother was taken care by the nurses, I felt the need of serving others through this profession. It was not an easy journey for me. I received some, strains, and also, family members were thinking, are you sure you want that? But I just remember the purpose I'm starting that with, and that remained true until today. So that's how I started this journey. And also there will be a time you may feel underappreciated. You may feel that you have so many questions which are not answered, you are not well supported and all that. Again, if we know our purpose and we are seeking help every now and then, some doors may not open, but some will open, and those will be enough for us to keep us going. So that's my small message for all of you, and I hope there's some take-home messages for all of you. Please stay tuned for the next session, and I'll be sharing with you a bit on my research journey, what exactly I did all this while, and what my aspirations for future. So again, the purpose of this platform is to creating that sense of community, that togetherness, that sisterhood, the brotherhood. We all come together, we share our experiences. We may not be able to make a big change instantly, but a small change in each other's life, and I think that, for me, I feel is enough to keep us going. So please feel safe here. Come here, share your experiences by feeling and thinking there's somebody who's looking up to you, who wants to hear your experience. So share that so that we all come together, support each other, and give our best to serve others. And most importantly, may I please request you all, if you think there's a topic which is close to your heart, or you feel there's a topic collectively we can help and support our local community or nursing community by large, please type on the comments below this video, or you can write to me on Instagram, or even subscribe to my channel, especially because there are a lot of people like you all who are supporting this channel, and this is all voluntary work, and by your subscription I think it will give them a lot of motivation, and for me also to continue to create such content and keep going. So thank you very much for watching, and I'm sending you lots of positivity, light and love. As I always say, this channel is from one nurse to another. That's why always remember to stay awesome.